You can stop pretending you are fine, because you were never required to hold it all together. I know you almost kept scrolling. I know there is a part of you that did not want to be seen tonight, and yet, here you are. Maybe that is not an accident. You do not have to be the strong one to stay here. You do not have to be the put-together one, the one with the perfect answers, the one who never lets the cracks show. You only have to set down the act for a few minutes and let yourself be tired. So take a slow breath with me and let your shoulders drop and stop bracing for once. Before we go any further, hear this plainly, because honesty matters more than comfort. What you are about to receive is an encouragement drawn from the Bible, a reflection offered in faith. It is not a private revelation. It is not a prediction, and it is not a promise of any particular outcome in your life. It is simply the timeless comfort of Scripture, read gently over you today. And there is one promise I want to build everything on tonight. It comes from the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 9. Listen to the words slowly. And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Read it again in your heart. My grace is enough for you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Not in spite of the weak place, in it. Right there, in the very spot you have been hiding. This is not a wish. It is not a maybe. In the Scriptures, this is the voice of the one who made you, answering a tired and worn-out heart. And tonight, that same answer is being spoken over you. So let these words come to you the way the Bible speaks them, as if the Father himself were leaning close to your heart and saying, My child, you can stop holding it together now. I see how long you have been the strong one for everybody else. I see the face you put on before you walk into the room, the steady voice, the everything is fine. And I see what it costs you in the car afterward when no one is watching. You have carried so much, so well, for so long, that people forgot you were carrying anything at all. They lean on you, and they never ask who you lean on. They bring you their breaking, and you hold it, and you never let them see yours. But I have seen yours. I have seen every crack you covered over, and I did not love you less for the cracks. I came closer because of them. You have believed a quiet lie for a long time, my child. The lie says that you are only safe when you are useful, only welcome when you are strong, only loved when you have it together. It says that if you ever fell apart, the people around you would step back, and the help would dry up, and you would be left alone with your mess. So you learned to perform. You learned to manage your face. You learned to bleed quietly. And somewhere along the way, you started to believe that even heaven preferred the polished version of you. My child, hear me. That is not the truth, and it is not my voice. I never asked you to be impressive. I asked you to be honest. My grace was never a reward for the people who held it together. It was always a gift for the ones who could not. Let those words land, because the world taught you the opposite for years. You have spent so much energy hiding the weak places, as if weakness were the one thing that would finally disqualify you. But the Scriptures turn that fear completely around. They do not say, hide your weakness until you are strong enough to be loved. They say, my strength is made perfect in weakness, which means the weak place is not the obstacle. The weak place is the doorway. It is the very spot where grace was always going to come in. You have been guarding the one door I was trying to walk through. So let me say it the way you needed to hear it long ago. You do not have to be strong to be held. You do not have to have the answers to be carried. You do not have to fix yourself before you are allowed to rest. So if you are listening tonight with a face that looks capable and a heart that is quietly crumbling, this is for you. If you are the one everyone calls when their world falls apart and you have no one to call yourself, this is for you. If you have been running on empty for so long that you forgot what full ever felt like, this is for you. If you smiled today and answered, "I am fine," and it was not true, this especially is for you. You do not have to pretend here. You do not have to manage your face for me. You do not have to dress up your exhaustion to make it acceptable. Come as you are, undone, unfinished, unsure, and still completely welcome. I want to speak to the part of you that is so tired of being the one who copes. You became the responsible one early, did you not? You learned that if you did not hold things together, no one would. You learned to read the room, to absorb the tension, to carry what was not yours to carry. And you got so good at it that the weight became invisible, even to you. But invisible weight is still weight, and you have been carrying yours for a very long time. Tonight, I am not asking you to carry it better. I am asking you to put it down. Not all at once, not in some dramatic collapse. Just loosen your grip, finger by finger, and let me take the part you were never meant to hold. And I know what rises up when I say put it down. A voice says, if I let go, everything falls apart. If I stop holding it, who will? That voice has run your life for years, and it sounds so reasonable that you mistook it for wisdom. But hear me. You were never the one holding the world together. You only felt like you were. The same grace that held the universe in place was holding you the whole time you thought it all depended on you. You can rest, and the sky will not fall. You can be weak for an evening, and you will still be held. Think back for a moment on the seasons you were sure would break you. The stretch where you had nothing left, and somehow still got up the next morning. The day you were certain you could not do it one more time. And then you did. Do you ever wonder how? Where that strength came from when your own tank read empty? You called it adrenaline. You called it just getting through. You called it whatever let you keep moving. But the scriptures would say that was grace meeting you in the weak place, exactly as it promised. You did not survive because you were strong enough on your own. You survived because strength was being made perfect in your weakness on the very days you felt weakest. That was not you holding it together. That was you being held. And here is something the exhaustion has been hiding from you. You have come to believe that your weakness is the worst thing about you. But the tender places in you, the ones you are most ashamed of, are the places other people will one day feel safest. The person who has never broken cannot sit with the brokenhearted. The compassion you carry for tired people, you did not get that from your strength. You got it from your own weary nights. The gentleness you show to someone who is falling apart, you learned that from the times you fell apart yourself. What you call your weakness, heaven has been quietly turning into your kindness. None of it was wasted, not one tired night. Now let me speak gently to the perfectionism that has been wearing you down from the inside. You set a standard for yourself that you would never dream of setting for anyone you love. You forgive others their bad days, their slow weeks, their cracks, and their failures, while you allow yourself none. But grace does not run on that double standard. The same mercy you so freely give, heaven is offering back to you. You are allowed to be a work in progress. You are allowed to have a hard day and still be loved through it. The scriptures are full of people who came apart. The prophet who wanted to lie down and die, the king who wept through the night, the disciple who broke his promise and wept bitterly, and not one of them was thrown away. Your weakness was never the thing that disqualified you. It was the thing grace came for. So stop holding yourself to a standard that heaven itself never asked of you. You are loved in the unfinished state tonight, exactly as you are. And about that fear that you are too much, that if people saw the real weight you carry, they would back away. Hear this carefully, my child. The one who made you has already seen all of it and has not backed away once. You have been edited and managed and curated for so long, afraid that the unedited version was too heavy to be loved. But heaven was never in love with the curated version. It was always in love with you, the real one, the tired one, the one underneath the capable face. Grace was never impressed by how well you hide your need. Grace was drawn every time to the need itself, so you can stop hiding. The very thing you were afraid would push love away is the thing that grace runs toward. So tonight, I am asking you to lay down a few things you were never meant to carry. Lay down the pressure to be okay for everyone who needs you to be okay. Lay down the fear that your weakness makes you a burden. Lay down the exhausting work of pretending, the constant editing of your own face. You were not made to perform your way into love, and you do not have to perform here, not even for a moment. Now, I know you may not feel any of this yet. Feeling comes slowly to a heart that has been bracing for a long time, and that is all right. The truth does not wait on your feelings to become true. My grace is sufficient whether you feel it or not. My strength is being made perfect in your weakness, even on the nights you feel nothing at all. These words were written down long before you were born, so that they could find you long after the feeling fades. So let me say it again, gently, the way you may have needed to hear it for years. You do not have to hold it together. You were never the one holding it together. The world taught you to measure your worth by how much you can carry, how well you cope, how little you need. But that is not how heaven measures you. Your value was never in your strength. It was in the love of the one who made you. And that love does not rise when you are coping well, and it does not fall when you finally fall apart. When you are strong, you are loved. When you are weak, you are loved. When you have it all together, you are loved. And on the night it all comes undone in your hands, you are loved still. If these words have stirred something in you, you do not need to do anything dramatic. You do not owe anyone a comment to make this real. You do not have to prove anything to a stranger. But if you would like, take this quiet moment and turn it into a small and honest prayer. It can be as simple as this. Lord, I am so tired of pretending. Help me to let you hold the part I cannot. There are no perfect words. The scriptures show grace meeting people in groans and whispers and prayers too broken to finish. Your honesty is enough. It was always your honesty he wanted, never your performance. And if someone comes to mind right now, someone who looks so strong and is quietly coming apart, you are welcome to share this with them. Not as a chain, not as a demand, just as a kindness. The way you would set down a chair for someone who has been standing too long. Now, here is one gentle but important reminder, and I will not rush past it. Faith is a deep comfort, but it is not a replacement for care. If you are struggling with your health or your mind, or a weight that feels too big to carry alone, please also reach out to a doctor, a counselor, or someone you trust. Letting yourself be helped is not the opposite of faith. It is part of laying the weight down. Asking for support is not weakness failing. It is weakness being honest, and that is exactly where grace was always going to meet you. And before we come to the end, let me ask one simple thing of you. Loosen your grip just a little tonight. I am not telling you the load disappears, or that tomorrow suddenly turns easy. I am not handing you a guarantee or a tidy ending wrapped with a bow. I am telling you what grace has always whispered to the worn out, that you do not have to be strong enough, because strength is made perfect in your weakness and not in your pretending. You have held it together for so long that you forgot you were allowed to stop. Hear it now. You are allowed to stop. The holding together was never what kept you here. Grace was. And the same grace that carried you this far, on every day you were too tired to carry yourself, is not about to set you down now. So when the weight feels heavy, loosen your grip. When the pretending gets exhausting, set it down. You do not have to see the whole way through. You only have to stop carrying what was never yours and let yourself be held. So as this message comes toward its close, I want to leave one thing in your hands to carry into tomorrow. You do not have to hold it together to be held. The promise we began with is the one I will leave you on. And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Whatever this season has worn down in you, the weak place is not the end of your story. It is the very place grace was always going to do its quietest, deepest work. I will not promise you a date. I will not promise you that the pressure lifts by morning. I will not pretend to know what only God knows. You have been handed enough empty promises, and I will not add to the pile. But I can leave you with what the scriptures say with full confidence. His grace is enough for you. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. You do not have to be the strong one anymore. So let your shoulders down tonight. Not because everything is solved, but because it was never all resting on you in the first place. Take one more slow breath now and stop bracing. And let this be the truth you fall asleep on. You are seen, you are held, and you do not have to hold it together. If messages of hope like this one bring you peace, you are always welcome to stay close to this little corner of the internet, where we simply sit with the scriptures together. And wherever tomorrow takes you, whatever you are carrying, may you walk through it knowing that you were never the one holding it all together. Peace be with you, my friend. Rest now. You can let go.